Okay, I'm gonna do a quick video on how to use bands and cables, different from doing free weight. Free weight deals with the relationship between gravity and opposing forces. Bands and cable machines, not so much. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple tips, make you the most successful to emphasize the area you're trying to hit. Not isolate. You cannot isolate a muscle. That's Instagram training. Okay, so now, all that I do really is I want to make sure I have proper alignment. First of all, one little trick I do is I always emphasize or I visualize, no matter what I'm doing, the thing is attached to my elbow. So if I'm trying to hit my posterior delt like this, I just drive my elbow back like that. If I'm trying to hit my lats this way, boom. Hit squeeze them in, my traps and my rhomboids and whatnot. I'm using my elbow. If I am coming here, let's say I'm doing a chest press. All I'm doing is, now I'm driving my elbow this way. I actually look at it, picture like I'm just moving this bone the most, just like that. And then if I did a fly, I'm closing that joint too. Why do I say that? Because I want to try to eliminate this as much as possible. Try to eliminate this. A lot of people do this. What happens is this bicep takes a lot of responsibility away from that. So I'm trying to emphasize one area. I want to make sure that this bicep is just a secondary assisting muscle, not a primary mover. That's one reason. The other thing is, well, we'll get to that in a second. So now, here's the key overall. This band, or let's say this cable, here, if I come here and I do, can I show myself? Hide a little row, lean back, or do almost more of a, can you see? Yeah. Deadlift, excuse me, do that again. More like a lat pull down here, or actually, if I even turn around and try to simulate a press, what's very, very important too, is the key to all this, is my ghetto little workshop here, my forearm and this band should align together. This is my tracking device. So if my forearm, doesn't matter where I pull, so I'm actually gonna hold it like this, kind of like, so you guys can make it see. Let's actually do it like this, like it's one piece. If I'm coming here and I am doing any kind of row and I'm bringing it back here, if this continuously runs into this and vice versa, I'm on the right track for not only the muscle I'm targeting, but I'm also in good alignment with my shoulder. What I'm trying to minimize is excessive movement, especially if it's gonna take away from the emphasis and probably do some damage somewhere else. So now, if I come here, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. If I do a hide a little row, so if I come over here again, I take this off, sorry. Over here, I should be prepared. Down, and I do another hide a little row, I want to be here. So now you see kind of sort of the continuous right here. Now watch this. If I do it like this, you'll see if I continuously go here, I make an X with my body. That means something's not right somewhere. It's this internal rotation of the shoulder, way too much, okay? Give me bad posture, I already have bad posture. So I want to make sure I come here and I'm aligned to it. Now, do I want to, okay, so then if I come here, it's the same thing. Actually, it's a little bit more important if I did a chest press. So real quick, if I stand up from this position and I'm hitting like this, see how far off I am. The pressure's coming here. pressure is from my shoulder. I don't want that, so what do? I can either stagger stance, I can stay like this and I hinge until these meet. Now push through. Now I got all that going through my chest. So think about opposing forces. You have force, that's me. You have resistance of the band. It's going this way. So anytime you think force and resistance, think of like there's an arrow being shot through that direction. Whatever comes out on the other side, those things are working together. So if I'm here and I'm pushing through, this is my arrows going through right here, going through my chest is doing the work. But if I'm here, standing up, you got it coming out this way. So it's not good for my rotation. I also don't want it here too. Now when I come here, be aligned this way, just like that. That's why when I see people do this, look at that gap, no. And then the people that do the decline, whatever. Okay, so that's that. What's the next thing I want to talk about is, okay, so also like, anytime you use something with a less stable environment, the propensity for you to be off alignment increases for obvious reasons, but the better the workout. So machines get you fixed in, they provide you artificial stabilization. So what happens is you don't have to actually stabilize yourself. Good for beginners, maybe for like 20 minutes. But get off the machines. Be out in open space, grab a kettlebell or a big boulder or something, climb a mountain. But here's what you do. So say you have this. Now, if I come back here, sorry, this is horrible. If I come back here, I have this bar. The bar at least is fixed. It's closed down. It's closed down the center. So now, really my only discretion to mess up is like in this direction. My hands, depending on where I put them, I can't bring them in and out. I could probably bend this thing, but I'm not going to. Anyways, so at least it gives me that much stability, okay? What do I want to do though? Is where do I put my hands? Well, almost all exercise should be exactly how your body is naturally. So I'm not a big guy, I'm not wide either. I don't have broad shoulders, but if I do pull-ups, I'm gonna go here. That's where my pull-up's gonna be. If I do a row, I'm gonna come here. That's where my row's gonna be. If I do anything with this, I kind of want to make sure I go in to the outside of this as much as possible. I don't want to be in here because that causes that internal rotation, and then my body's not lined up properly. Ooh, I'm about to get into it. Should I get into it? No, let it go. Part 2, I'll get into it. Okay, so now, right here. So why do I say that? When you come over here, it gets worse. I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes. I can't believe I talked this much. So now if I'm here and I come here, I have so many options. I can come in like that, which I don't want to do. People do that. I could come out like that. So this is where I want to be. Elbows out, driving the back. So one thing I visualize when I pull, I'm just using my elbow to drive that back. Wonder if I could, no. Let me do a part 2. Okay, that's good for right now. Talk to you guys later.